Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Orion612 back with a build video this time. Um, I managed to get a few pieces of Tier 5 and Tier 4 gear to build a Grenadier or Grenadier. Yeah, Grenadier build. And back in the day, I was a massive fan of contraverse hold. Now, in this video, I'm going to be going over weird stat numbers in contrast to how easy it is to really get your nade back on demolitionist weapons in solar subclasses. I don't show any solar stuff, but usually it's around 5 or 6 kills if you're sitting at 200 grenade stat. With this, it's somewhat random, where it can be 5 or 6, 9 or 10. These stats are a little off. Um, on top of that, too, when you have featured gear, which would be the new gear, you do obtain a damage resistance. So as you can see, I have the exotic, the contraverse hold. It's not giving me any damage resistance because it isn't featured gear. Now, if I do equip just the lustrous sleeves and I swapped over to an ornament, because I'm not sure if the damage resistant bug, the double damage resistant bug, is still active or if they fixed it. I do get a higher damage resistance. So on paper, yes, I am getting about 3.1% higher damage resistance by equipping that gauntlet. But with equipping contraverse hold, it is an exotic, and you do get actually a higher DR while holding your void nade. Now, back in the day, they had nerfed how long you can actually charge this. Now it's infinite when you have KRS accelerant active. I don't know if that was reverted back, but you can hold it for forever. So, but nonetheless, this is the build. I'm just, it's really difficult to get 200 stat with the void grenade build if you are using the echo of undermining. I don't have a perfect roll with my gear, which is another thing I'm a little confused by. I do lose 20 grenade stats to get the weaken, which is very beneficial for the grenade. But I do have Grenadier sets, which are specifically made for Grenadier sets, and the balance tuning, for some reason, it has it at weapons. I don't know if this is a bug, but I had gone over and checked a bunch of my Grenadier ones, and this one works. This one seems to be fine. I don't know if it's random, but I want to see if I have another one here. Yeah, here I have another Grenadier one. It works, but why is it that here on my tier 5 armor it's not? Is it just RNG? Again, no explanation to that. I'm not too sure what Bungie's up with it, but nonetheless. So the OG Void Warlock is back. The damage is fantastic. I built it into also getting a super. The um, the Vortex Nova Bomb I've been practicing with, which is fantastic. I get my super quite quickly every minute or so. It is a burst DPS one, but if you do switch to Nova Warp, and with the current mods I have on with assets, I actually get my super in like 20 seconds if I get a group of ads killed. So it's kind of nuts for the roaming supers. Kind of like last season's with Chaos Reach build with the Ionic Traces. Nonetheless, I'm still quite confused as to how the numbers work with demo weapons. I don't know if it's because it's solar and I should have a void SMG on, or it should be all void built into it and the stats will be different. But I showcase a bunch of tests with different ads, how they hit, how many ads I kill in one shot, how fast grenades come back with demo on the kills. And solar seems to be very consistent. I don't know if it's artifact related or that's what they just focused. But with Void, it's random. So either way, I'm sure a ton of warlocks used to rock this build back in the day. This was like the solo go-to build. And now we have it again. Unfortunately, it's not featured gear, but we do and can build into grenade builds. So I wanted to test this out because I loved it. So yeah, you can see the footage. I'm just going to go through a bunch of stuff. You can watch the grenade meter come back up, and it comes up randomly every single time. And with contraverse hold, you seem to get a higher DR than the actual armor. I guess it's because it is an exotic, and it's part of its perk. Part of its perk is resist incoming damage while charging a void grenade with chaos accelerant. So it is mandatory that you do equip the aspect, which is a little unfortunate. But hey, what can you do? Also, it is a little difficult to build in, like I had said before, with undermining to try and actually get to 200. You need like perfect rolls on your tier 5s, all to be set in to Grenadier to get that plus 20 extra, to get up to 220 to be able to equip that fragment, because you do lose stats, which would be nice if they fixed, but you know, who knows what's going on there, because there's just dozens and dozens of bugs, and everybody's going off that stats don't work, and all these percentages that they have put in, they look fancy, but then none of them are consistent. So again, try it out for yourself. It's super fun. I did Grandmaster content, I did Sieve content, I did the solo ops runs, and it is feeling like an old school controversial old build that got us through the beginning solo days of Grandmaster, which unfortunately we don't have. But yeah, this is just the build video that I'm doing. Maybe I might switch to a recluse with demolitionist and maybe repulsor brace, if that role even exists. But and I know also Void isn't getting any love with the artifacts, but what can you do? Either way, this is just the start of all the armor stuff, and I would imagine they're going to have a lot of updates, patch notes, twids, and twabs that are going to be fixing and adjusting all the things. Maybe. Or maybe they have a set limit of how much they can adjust, and they just leave the game as is until the following expansion. And they change up the meta, and they release the new set of artifact mods. Yeah, try it out. It's OG, old school, 5-10 years ago type of controversial warlock build. It exists, it works. Nova Warp, not the best roaming, but you get the super back crazy fast. Nova Bomb Vortex feels fantastic, and I would imagine if you're raiding, the Cataclysm is nice for the heavy quick burst damage. But this one's been my go-to here, is the Vortex. I've been having a lot of fun with it, and interchanging all the mods for stat points and seeing which works with what the other is. The finisher one seems to feel nice, but at the same time I'm trying to create the void breaches more than I am trying to create the volatile rounds, because I am using a solar SMG, but the solar SMG does have chaos reshaped, so I am getting some heals while I'm in battle. And I've been loving the SMG as well. So yeah, little scattered, little all over the place, but once I'm done talking, I'm just going to be showcasing all the different combatant waves that I do run using Contraverse Hold and a regular gauntlet without the exotic. And oddly enough too, it charges slower with Contraverse Hold than it does with Lustrous Sleeves, or a normal gauntlet, let's say. But back in the day, that used to help it charge quicker. So again, weird fine tuning. I don't know if it's intended or it's just spaghetti code, or again, I have no idea. So yeah, all right, that'll be it for the build video. And yeah, enjoy the little clips. You guys leave comments down below to see if you've tested it out, and let me know if you're using anything void related, because it is a solar and strand season with the artifact mod. And yeah, if you like the content, leave a sub, and I'll catch you in the next vid. Alright, peace.